Are you a victim of overweight fees, baggage fees, and just tired of having to pay extra money just to travel and be able to pack everything that you need? Well, join me as I share with you tips on how to pack more with less. What's up, everybody? It's your girl T, and welcome to TNT Connect. And today we will be talking about how to pack more with less. Now, if you're like me, a person who travels a lot, it, fees will add up. However, you want to be able to have everything that you need. You want to be able to have your shoes. You want to be able to have your outfits. And whether you're going to a resort or a cruise, or you're just going away for a weekend or a week out on the town with your friends or your family, you want to be able to have those outfits just in case you happen to do something that you unforeseen, right? So let's talk about it. Let's talk about what are some of the reasons we overpack, right? So one of the reasons we overpack is what? Fashionistas, fashionistas, whatever title that you want to call it. Basically, we want to make sure we're looking good, right? We want to make sure that clothes are matching, the shoes are matching, the accessories are matching, the hair is done. And for some of you, you might need a different hair do or hair accessory for whatever um, outfit that you may wear. But either way, you just want to look good, right? And then some of the times it's just in case you need a certain outfit. Maybe you're going somewhere where you may not know exactly what you're going to be doing. Maybe you're one of those type of individuals who just say, I'm just going to, fly by the seat of my pants and whatever happens, happens. But do remember that when you don't plan to wear certain things, you're most likely going to either overpack or not pack enough. Okay. So let's talk about some of the things that usually weigh the most when it comes to packing. What do you think weighs the most? I'll give you a minute to put it in the comments. What do you think one or two items that you feel weighs the most within your luggage? Think about that. Thought about it yet? Well, shoes and toiletries, believe it or not. Toiletries, sometimes people pack too much, too many things. The bottles are too big, especially if they're checking in luggage. Not so much if they're going to carry on because they know there's a certain weight limit or size limit to the actual toiletry, but also shoes. Shoes also weighs a lot of weight, okay? And another thing is this usually weighs a lot as well, depending on um, whether you're going to a colder climate, meaning that you're going to need bulkier clothes, a lot more sweaters, a lot more jeans, sweatpants, boots, things of that nature. Those type of trips are pretty much going to cause you to pack more. Maybe, maybe not. After this video, you'll find where you can pretty much pack more with less, as I said. Or if you're just going on a longer trip and you just don't want to put your clothes in, send your clothes out for washing with the cruise line or at the resort. Maybe you're worried about getting your clothes back before it's time for you to disembark or for you to check out of the hotel or the resort. But those are just some of the things that actually weigh the most and the times when most likely your luggage is going to be overweight regardless because of it. Okay. So one of the reasons why we would want to pack, most people would want to pack less, or let's just say pack lighter. Okay. If you want to pack lighter, it's because of what? Baggage fees, overweight fees. I don't think anybody really cares about what size suitcase they have because unless it doesn't roll, The only people that's going to be concerned about those bags, the size of your luggage or how many, are the people that have to tote it and throw it and toss it and pick it up and put it down, which are basically the baggage people. In addition to the airplanes and the transit that your luggage goes on, they also have weight limits because they have to use fuel, they have to use electric, they have to use whatever they need to move the actual mode of travel, and that impacts how fast they can go and how much more money they would need to spend based on the weight, okay, that goes into their mode of transportation. And overweight fees, baggage fees and overweight fees. Sometimes you may have one bag, and trust me, overweight can be a small bag. If a big suitcase full of cotton is going to weigh less than a smaller suitcase full of bricks, overweight fees are going to come a dime a dozen. The size of the suitcase does not matter. You can make a small suitcase weigh more than a big suitcase. Sometimes it's just a matter of what you're putting in there. I can tell you, historically, because we knew, me and my husband traveled, because we know that his shoes are going to weigh more, because he has these shoes that are like total leather, like everything's leather, the top, the bottom, everything. And those shoes weigh, like, by themselves, one shoe is like 5 pounds, and then the other one's 5. I'm like, you're walking with bricks on your feet. But anyway, being able to put the shoes into a smaller suitcase helps out when it comes to trying to even the weight. So only put the shoes in the smaller suitcase, making sure it doesn't go overweight. But it's very easy to make the shoe bag very quickly reach, 30 pounds, 35 pounds before you even know it. And you just have nothing in there but shoes and toiletries. You'd be surprised. All right. So let's go ahead and get into, how much do your average check bag cost, right? And we're talking about your standard airline, okay? We're not talking about your Frontiers and the Spirits and those airlines that want to charge you for every single bag. We're talking about regular, just, hey, we're going to give you a carry-on, we're going to give you a personal and a backpack. But if you check your luggage domestically, this is how much it is. If you're going internationally, then you're allowed one bag check-in. But if you do a second bag check-in, then it's going to cost, unless you actually have one of their credit cards or you have some sort of rewards or membership with them where you can get more luggage without a cost. It's a cost. It's usually probably in your annual fee, but there's a cost. But you're usually looking at about $40 to $50 for each check bag, okay? Depending on how many times you travel, how many bags of luggage that you carry. Let's just say if it's me and my husband, it's going to be 3 bags. 2 medium ones and 1 small one with the shoes and toiletries. That's 3 bags. That's $150, okay, per trip, okay? Now, we don't pay that amount every time we go because we have a certain card with the airline, so we don't pay for checked luggage. I can have up to 5 pieces of luggage each time I go, okay, as long as they're traveling with me. But if you figure that and times it by maybe 5 trips a year, do the math. 5 times 150 is going to give you what? $750. $750. And if I'm paying an annual fee of $450, it's pretty much, save the amount that I'm going to pay in person. I'm going to save it just in the annual fee alone, right? All right. So let's also look at your overweight bag, $100. Very easy, $100 and above. If you have a bag that is over 50 pounds, 51 or 52, whatever that limit is, they're going to charge you, or in some cases, 49 pounds, they're going to charge you $100 per bag. $100 for every, I believe, every 25 pounds that it goes over. They're going to charge you $100. And I guess that's to help pay for workers' comp for the staff that has to lift up that heavy luggage, I'm assuming. I don't know. But overweight luggage can be pretty expensive. So let's talk about clothing. Okay. So one of the tips I want to share is what you want to do with your clothing in order to pack more with less. And yes, fashionistas, I know, you may have a bunch of items and a bunch of outfits that you want to wear, but sometimes you can just try and, coordinate your colors. Okay. In other words, if you coordinate your colors in a way, then you don't have to worry about your shoes, because now the shoes, since most of your outfits are within the same color family, it doesn't have to be the exact same color, but something where most of your colors, you're wearing a certain color scheme during your trip. Okay, like, so for instance, I'm going on Virgin Voyages, right? Well, we're going on Virgin Voyages, and on Virgin Voyages, we're going on Scarlet Lady. The color is red, right? So since they're going to have theme nights, and the whole color of Virgin is red, I figured, well, guess what? I'm going to be wearing colors that are complemented with red. Okay, red, black, white, or some form of a print that will marry in between whatever that color scheme is. So let me show you an example. So as you can see, it took a picture, and this is pretty much all of my clothes except for like two bathing suits and a kimono top and a pair of shorts. That's it. But as you can see, the colors that I have there complement each other. Okay. Except for, of course, my sweater dress, which is at the top center. But outside of that, as you can see, you see nothing but red, white, black, a little bit of neutral, beige, aren't, yellowish looking colors. And then you also got like the jean and like the blue. Well, guess what? When it comes to that, it allows you to what? It allows you to match your shoes. So therefore, okay, I have my outfits. Because my outfits are similar in the same color family or can complement each other, guess what I can do? I can get shoes that are either neutral colors or shoes that will go with multiple outfits. So you don't have to go and bring black pair of shoes, white pair of shoes, gold pair of shoes, silver pair of shoes, red pair of shoes, blue pair of shoes, neutral beige pair of shoes. You just have the shoes that you need. So just an example of how I pack my clothes when I go on trips now. My whole thing is, okay, what color scheme am I trying to go with? One trip, it was predominantly the warm autumn colors, so I was wearing a lot of coral and orange and beige and black and a little bit of white and some jean color, which is very neutral and things of that nature. So when I wore my footwear was interchangeable. So here's an example. When I get my shoes, I try to get colors that can go with multiple things. So as you see, here goes my white Crocs. These white Crocs flip-flops, these are my beach shoes. These beach shoes are going to go with whatever bathing suit I wear. It doesn't matter. If I have on a black bathing suit, that's going to match. If I have on a red bathing suit, orange bathing suit, yellow bathing suit, green, blue, purple, it's silver, it doesn't matter. The white is going to match it. A neutral colored bathing suit, the white is going to match it. So these are my predominantly beach shoes that I bring. Beach and pool, meaning my feet are most likely going to get wet. These are the actual flip-flops that I bring. Now, if it's during the the colder months, and let's just say the colors that I'm going to be wearing over there might be a little darker. Maybe I'm wearing more dark blue, dark brown, or black most of the time. Then I'll bring my black version of these white ones. Okay. But I'm not going to bring both. Okay. Now, let's talk about the dressy shoes. I just wear these clear ones. Okay, they're clear, they're neutral, they're silver. And yes, I know people say, well, what if I wear gold? It may not match. Well, guess what? They do have a gold pair. Okay. And some people may say, well, what if I have to wear gold one day and I need silver one day? I'm thinking, okay, really, it's all about the accessories, so it's really up to you. Do you really need both of them? Can you not wear the silver accessories with all of your outfits? Can you not wear the gold accessories with all of your outfits? Or instead of you even buying a silver or even a gold, just do clear altogether. Just do clear. They have shoes that are clear. You have shoes on your feet, and the only thing they see is your feet. And they're basically clear, plastic-like shoes. Some people like them, some people don't. But it's as most neutral as you're going to get to be able to go with everything. On this trip that I'm going on, there's going to be a day when it's going to be silver. There's another day where it's going to be gold. Well, guess what? I'm wearing this even with my gold. You know why? Because no one's going to see the gold that is going to be on my dress all that much, right? My dress is going to be down to my feet. No one's going to see my feet. So I have a heel. You're going to see my toes, my toe part. You're going to see the little rhinestone bow or whatever. And that's all you're going to see. I don't have to bring multiple pair of dressy shoes. Okay. Also, let's talk about the flip-flops. So these are dressy flip-flops. So I don't always have to bring both of them, but this is just an example of how if you're not a heel person. So let's just say with that black dress I was talking about, I could wear my black rhinestone flip-flops instead of heels. Or I can wear the white ones. Both of these will go with everything that I had up on with my clothes. Both of these. I recommend everyone gets a pair of these, a pair of black ones with the black, thread, and then a pair of the white ones. Or if you feel like you absolutely necessarily need a gold metallic version of it, they have it as well. You get it on Amazon. I'll put the link in the description, and you can order it from there. I can tell you that these are real leather sandals, and those rhinestones are hardy, and I can tell you that they're very good quality. They're actually going to cost anywhere between $38 to $46 per pair. And let me tell you, it's worth every dime. I've had my sandals now I've had the white ones longer than the black ones. My white ones I've had for 4 years, and my black ones I've had for 2 years. And as you can see, they're still in very good shape. Just so you'll know, you can get them on Amazon. And now down to the sneakers. Now, as everybody knows, everybody likes, their shoe game. They got their shoe game. They got to wear their Jordans. They got to wear whatever Nikes or New Balance, whatever sneakers that they like to wear. I'm not a sneaker person. If I do wear sneakers, it's usually designer sneakers. Very seldom is it going to be an athletic sports sneaker. It's going to be more of a fashion sneaker. And so these right here are Steve Maddens. Okay. I like the bulkiness of the Steve Maddens. I love the way they fit. I love the way my feet are enveloped by them. They do not hurt my feet after a while. And they feel comfortable, and they actually support my feet, even though it's not an athletic shoe that is meant to support my feet. The way this sneaker is structured fits my feet very well. I can dress them up. I can dress them down. And so since the majority of my outfits are going to be in a red, white, blue, jean, print or whatever, these red sneakers can go with anything. If I dress down, it's going to go with it. If I put on a sundress, it's going to go with it. And it's going to match what I need. So those are just some of the tips when it comes to your clothes, how you can coordinate your clothing where you don't have to pack as much. Because guess what? If you're on a 5 day and you need to bring enough clothes for 6 days, do you really need to bring 4 or 5 or 6 pair of shorts? Like, do you really need to? Can you not wear those jean shorts more than once? Can you not wear, if you have leggings? Now I don't know. Some of y'all wear leggings and y'all don't be wearing no drawers underneath it. Be going commando and stuff. Now that's a whole different story. Then you need a new pair of leggings every day. Okay, you put them in the washing machine. But for those of you all who, wear underwears and undergarments up under your leggings, then you should be able to wear your leggings, at least one more time. And it all depends on why you're wearing the leggings. Okay, why are you wearing the leggings? If you're wearing the leggings because it goes with an outfit, that's one thing. If you're wearing your leggings because you're going to work out, that you put those in the washing machine, those are dirty. Okay, but think about that. Think about what bottoms, primarily bottoms, tops, put those in the dirty clothes, unless it's a hoodie or a sweater, right? You can get a sweater, hoodie, you can wear it more than one time, okay? Or if you just want to wear it just to keep you warm. But when it comes to bottoms, which are usually the heaviest, bottoms are usually the heaviest. Your jeans, your jean shorts, your capris, whatever it is, chances are it's heavy. It's the heaviest item, it's heavier than your tops. Okay, whether you're a man or a woman. So think about those things. Do I really need to bring a pair of leggings for every day when I also have jeans and I also have jean shorts? If you're going to wear leggings the majority of the time, because most people who want to be comfortable just do on the cruise, they may not want to wear jeans because they may get hot, and then the jeans, they start sticking to you, and now you can't wear them, right? Or if you do plan on wearing jean shorts or whatever, then bring those instead of the leggings. Or maybe bring, if it's 5 days, bring two or 3 pair of shorts and maybe 2 pairs of leggings. That way you can mismatch them up and so forth. And if you bring jeans and you're going to a hot climate, do you really need to wear jeans? Sometimes that don't make sense to me. And I see people all the time. I could understand if you're wearing jeans because you're leaving from a cooler climate and you're going to a warmer climate. But to wear jeans every day, don't those jeans stick to your tail when it's hot and it's sweating? And I'm pretty sure it is uncomfortable. And I'm pretty sure some of y'all are going to have to roll those jean shorts and jeans off your body, your sweaty body, I'm sure. So anyway, try to dress for the weather and do what you need to do. Now, let's get down into the final parts of this video. Let's also talk about, we talked about going from a cooler weather to a warmer weather. Now, some people may say, well, what am I supposed to do with my coats or my coat? What if I'm coming from a hot climate, but I'm going to a cold climate? Let's say like Alaska or something. Or what if I'm going from a cold climate to a hot climate? What do I do with my coat? It's going to weigh something, and I'm not going to carry it the whole time. It has to go in my luggage, right? So, and you don't want to be hot when you get to where you are. You're going to need to put it inside the luggage. Same thing with coming back, right? So what you want to do is 23 Degrees is the name of a coat company. And I'll pull it up now. I was hoping to have it queued up. But it is a coat company, and their coats are extremely thin, but they are meant to keep you warm in 0 to 30, 23 degrees below. You can wear this coat in the freezing cold. Let me see. 23 I'm sorry, is it 32 degrees? Hold on. Sorry, y'all. 20, I think it's 23 degrees. 23 degrees clothing. Let's see. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. I don't know. Oh, I know why. Duh. Let me tell y'all something. When you are trying to look up something, just go ahead and go to Google, because these other places just do not, and it's called 32 degrees, not 23 degrees. And let me show you what these coats and undergarments look like. Let me share my screen for you. I'm going to share my screen. Share. All right. And so 32 degrees, and they always have a sale, and they are so reasonably priced. And what we're going to do is we're going to go to the category of coats. Let me see. Sweatshirt, socks, dresses, jacket, legged. Yeah, jacket. And they also have vests, y'all. They also have vests, just so you know. But we're going to go to I already have it for jacket and vest. So as you can see here, you see these coats? They look bulky, right? They look bulky. They look like they're heavy. But look at the prices. Look at the prices. $12, $20, $25. Even the long one, 3/4 one, is $30. The big long one is $40. But let me tell you something. All of these coats, they actually ball up into a very, very, very small bag. A bag no bigger than maybe the size of what you would keep your umbrella in. So let me click on one of the jackets so you can see what I'm referring to. Okay, so we're going to take this one. You're going to click on this one. And usually it'll tell you and show you that you have, where's the bag? You usually, see, here it goes, the packable pouch. Do you see how that coat folds up into that bag? Like an umbrella. Just so you know. Okay. And the pouch is just $1. Okay. The pouches are $1. Their normal price is $1.99. Some of the coats already come with the bag, and some do not. You have to buy the bag. But I promise you, if you get one of the coats, putting it in that bag will definitely save you time. And I'm gonna let you see how this rolls up. Do you see how this rolls up? You just fold up the coat and put it in the bag. And I have 3 of these coats. So I have 3 of these coats, and I promise you, it is worth every penny. It's $20, and they have so many different colors. I think they have a total of 18 colors that you can choose from. I have black, we have blue, burgundy, and I do want to get me like a white one or a champagne gold one. But those are the type of coats you want to take with you. Like when you're going on vacation and you're going to a colder climate, but you don't want the big bulky, but you really need to be warm, you get one of those type of coats. Any one of those coats that you can fold up, make it very small, about this small is all, and you can just put it on your shoulder, put it in your backpack, and you're done. And everything's good, and it's very light, but it does keep you warm. Don't let the small size fool you. It will keep you warm. All right, so let's go into my favorite part. Now, I don't know about you, but we said that toiletries is another one where it weighs a lot, right? So if the toiletries weigh a lot, then you got to be smart about which toiletries you bring. Now, does this mean that you bring the travel size? I put it this way. Some people have different tips. Some people tips are, when it comes to toiletries, oh, buy the real small ones, so as you use them, you just toss them away. You can do that too. But guess what? Those little small travel ones, you're paying about $1 to $2 each, sometimes up to $3 for that little 3 ounce, right? Where a normal ounce is about 12 ounces, right? Let's just say, let's just say lotion or body wash. Um, Things of that size are usually 12 ounces or more, right? And if you go 12 ounces or more, you're paying $7. So technically, you're spending a heck of a lot more money per ounce getting the travel size than to get the big one, but you don't want to carry the big one. So what do? Most people do. They take the big one, pour it into a smaller container, and then they take it with them, right? And if that's what you're going to do, that is one tip. That's what you do. What you do is you pour it into a smaller one, something that's disposable. That way, when you do finish using it, go ahead and toss it away, but you didn't pay that extra money for that small size. You're just pouring it out from your bigger bottle where you were able to save more money because you bought more of it. Okay. So let me show you some of the things that I like to bring with me that actually minimizes what I bring in my toiletry bag. So one of the things that I noticed that I always like to transfer are my contact lens solution. So mind you, everyone's familiar with the little small bottles, right? And again, because this is travel size, you go in the store and buy the travel size in this little bottle. How many ounces is this? This is 2 ounces, I believe, 2 or 3 ounces. This, because the bottom of it is already rubbed off. This right here is $4. $4. But this big one is $6. Do the math. So you know what I do? Every time I need to, I pop this open. But some people may say, well, you can't take that top off because it's supposed to be sterile. Girl, you better pop this. You pop this off. Hold on. And I use my teeth to take it off. But I ain't gonna put my teeth on the thing. Well, I guess I am to show you. There you go. You just got to take your teeth to pop it off. Then you take it, you pour whatever you need in there, and then you go and you pop it back on. There you go. Good as new. And it's filled from your big bottle to your small bottle. And I usually keep it in a little pouch with some extra contact lenses in here and a contact lens case in here. And that's what I travel with. And I usually bring me an extra case. Usually one stays in my backpack along with a pair of contact lens, just in case something happens to the ones I have on and I'm on the plane or I'm not near my luggage and I can't get to my extra packed one. I have an extra in there. So you want to do that with anything that's important to you, your glasses, your contact lenses, any type of hearing aid, any type of medication that you're going to need, that just in case your luggage gets delayed, that you still need, you want to make sure you carry that with you. All right. What else do I want to show you? So, okay. So for your beauty people. So, you know, some people wear makeup on vacation or maybe they don't wear makeup. Maybe they just wear mascara, something where they need makeup remover on a daily basis while they're there. Well, instead of carrying that pack of wipes, that pack of wipes that look like, baby wipes, one, it takes up space. Two, you may not use them all. Okay. Now, if you're going to be gone for 2-3 weeks, then yes, take the pack because chances are it'll be gone by then. But if not, then you take the makeup remover pods. You just take however many you need for your trip. Just take what you need. So if you're only going to be gone for 4 nights, then you just take 4 of these. Just take 4 of them. You don't need the big packs. And then when you're done, guess what? It's not taking up any space in your in your luggage going back. So your luggage should be just a little lighter. Okay. Also, your toothbrush. A lot of people bring the big long toothbrush and then they got the little lid on it, or it's encased in this big long case. Or you can just do the little half size here. Okay. This little half size toothbrush here. And it actually encloses on itself. So it basically folds into its own case. And this is no taller than, let me see, 1, 2, this is 4 inches tall, 4 inches, 4-inch toothbrush. Gonna save you some space. Also, your medication. So some of you take a lot of pills, or sometimes you just may want to bring your vitamins and things of that nature. Well, guess what? You get one of these. This is a little pill case, very thin. This is also 1, 2, 3, 4. This is also 4 inches high and 1, 2, 2.5 inches wide. And it is 1 inch thick. And what you do is you take it and you can open it, and you have 5 encasings on each side that hold different size pills. So you can put maybe your vitamins on this side and the medication that you need to take on this side. But these come in very handy. If you don't need a big case like this, just get into little individual travel packs of the medicine, or getting your pills from your linen closet and just putting it in a little pouch bag. You can do that too if you don't want a hard case. But this keeps the pills from getting crunched up or, pressed on and broken up. So while we're in I call it the beauty section still, let's talk about, let's say you don't want to bring that toothbrush, right? Let's say you need a toothbrush and you just want to throw it away. You don't want to reuse it. Well, you can go ahead and use these Colgate, and you don't even have to use water. I say use water, but basically it already has toothpaste in the neck, in the head of the brush, and you just use it to brush your teeth, rinse your mouth out, and you're done. On the other end, you can use it to pick your teeth. You can't floss. Now they do have some with the floss on the other end. You have like a floss, the little D-shaped floss, and then the other end is the brush. Those are also made, but these are just the regular picks. The picks and the brushes with the picks, but they do have the brushes with the floss. You can get that, so you don't have to worry about toothpaste. You don't have to worry about extra floss. And you don't have to worry about your toothbrush. You just use one each day, 2 times a day, however many times a day you brush, and you throw it out. Okay? And that's less stuff that'll end up going in your luggage coming back. Now, also for the health nuts. Okay. So how many of you still have hand sanitizer? I'm pretty sure you do. My husband likes to bring actual hand sanitizer, but I really want you to think about this. How much do you spend on hand sanitizer? Because very seldom does anyone really buy the big bottle unless it's for the house. Okay, it's going to be in a stationary location. When you're traveling, chances are you're bringing those little Purells, those little sanitizers. And I know everybody may say, well, they come a dime a dozen because everybody always gives them to you. Okay, and that's fine. But also, let me tell you this. That hand sanitizer, when you do buy the travel size, again, you're buying the travel size price, where technically you can get a whole big jar, a whole big 24-ounce jar, and it probably costs no more than 2 times what you spent on that little travel size. So 2, 1, it costs too much. 2, guess what? It leaves a residue on your hand. Eventually, you're going to have to wash those hands regardless, okay? However, guess what the alternative is? Good old alcohol. You got rubbing alcohol at the house? You got alcohol at the house? Well, then guess what? Get yourself one of these, little empty travel bottles, okay? That actually, you pop the top, and you squeeze, pour it in your hands and stuff. And guess what? It's alcohol. So guess what the alcohol is going to do? It's going to sanitize and it's going to dissipate. There's no residue. There's no slimy gel on your hands getting dirty over time. You don't believe me? Use alcohol, then wash your hands, and then use sanitizer, and then wash your hands. I guarantee you'll see a lot more dirt on that gel sanitizer, just so you know. But usually when I travel, one of these gets filled with alcohol with the top. That means, hey, we're traveling with it. I don't want it to spray, press down, or anything. And I also carry one in my backpack with a spray top because that means I plan to use it. Now, once this is gone during the trip, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to take this top, switch the top. Now I got another spray bottle, and now the other bottle is empty. And if it's not done and I'm about to leave again, either this is going in my backpack or I can put this top back on, the one that has fluid in it so it doesn't leak or anything, and put this in my check-in luggage. Okay, so that's for the hand sanitizer. All right, now let's get to body wash. Now, I know a lot of people like to bring and have their own body wash. Okay, I love Olive Olay. I love the way it smells. Oop! Oh shoot! Came out my nose. I love Olive Olay body wash. I just love it. I don't know why I wiped this on my hand like it was lotion. It smells so good though. Now it's gonna be soap. I'll wash my hands when I'm finished. But do remember, if you're going to a hotel, a nice hotel, if you're going on a cruise ship, if you're going to a resort, chances are they're already going to have body wash for you. They're going to have body wash for you. They're going to have shampoo for you. They're going to have conditioner for you. And yes, I get it. If you don't want to use their shampoo and conditioner, by all means, bring your own. And they're also going to have some lotion. I'm just telling you that you don't have to. So if you forget to pack body wash, you're not going to go without, and your body's not going to die. You're not going to have nothing to wash up with. You're either going to have a bar soap at the house, at the hotel, or where you're going, where your lodging is going to be, or they're going to give you body wash. One or the other, you're going to have something to wash up with. Okay. So body wash, I know, is a preference, is up to you, but it's also one less thing that you would need to pack because it's going to be there when you go. And it's one thing that I'm learning is that based on where we're going, I already know what I need to bring and what I don't need to bring. Okay. I no longer bring body wash. There's no need. Now I may bring feminine wash because, a girl is sensitive. But in terms of washing the body, chances are 95% of the time, they're going to have body wash for you. Okay. And trust me, y'all, if they don't have body wash and they got shampoo, you can wash up with shampoo. Don't act. Some of y'all done took a bath with some dish detergent. So just remember that. Don't be acting bougie up in here. Some of y'all know y'all used the Palmolive, dish detergent back in the day. If you ran out of bath suds, bath soap, don't act. Anyway, all right. Now let's talk about hair. So for those of you who do their hair when they go on vacation, usually my hair is in braids, or is in some sort of protective style, something where is very low maintenance, because I don't want to have to waste time doing hair, going to bed and doing hair when I wake up, or doing hair when I get out of the pool. So therefore, I like to keep my hair in a way where it's going to always be done no matter what. The key is to either one, always, if you have to bring any type of hair stuff, transition it to a smaller bottle, because most hair stuff comes in big bottles. So for those of you ladies who need to have their spray oil or spray leave-in conditioner, just use a small bottle. You don't have to buy it in the small version. Now, mind you, like I told you, you buy the small version, you're actually paying more per ounce than you would buying the big version. Just buy some empty containers like spray containers or whatever, and make sure that you transition them in there and you take it with you. Same thing with if you have hairspray. You can actually buy the hairspray. It's the smaller version of it. It may cost some more, but you can't transition hairspray into another item. And for those of you who like hair gel or the little edge control, transition it to one of these little jars. It's very small. This is like a two-inch jar, 2 inch by 2 inch, and you just put it in here and you can use whatever you need while you're on your trip. You don't need to bring that whole big jar that you have at home. It's not necessary. There's no need for that. And if you need a comb, try to get a comb that is multi-purposeful. Of course, you have a brush, use your brush, but use a multi-purpose comb. If you're wearing your hair out, it's in curls or whatever, you have a pick on this end, you have a feather comb on this end, and you have a regular comb on this end. This gives you 3 in 1, and you don't have to carry two or three combs, okay? And if not, then just bring your one rat comb. Your one where you can just part and one where you can just comb. It's up to how you're wearing your hair. Now let's talk about makeup, and only have one item for makeup. Most of the time, which makeup item do you all pack the most of? Is it lipstick, eyeshadow, brushes? Which one is it? Leave it in the comments. I find that I don't mind bringing multiple lip glosses because most of the time, if I'm color coordinating my outfits, I'm not wearing that many colors in terms of lipstick anyway, right? I'll probably bring 3 lipsticks. One is a neutral, period, just a regular basic neutral with like neutral gloss. Usually I'm bringing glosses. And then the other 2 is usually a color. One is for when I'm dressing up. And then one is an everyday colored lipstick. So for instance, with this trip, I'm wearing predominantly red, white, black, blue, whatever. Basically, the color scheme is red, white, and black. So guess what? I'm wearing my neutral. I'm bringing a deep burgundy red with my lips are going to pop during, when we have formal nights and stuff. And then on the everyday, wearing a t-shirt, jeans, shorts, or whatever, or you go off the ship for a port or whatever, it's going to be like a basic red, a basic lip, or my neutral lip. Okay. But what I have found is it's very hard if you want to wear eyeshadow, it's very hard to bring the colors that you want to bring, because sometimes you don't want to have to buy multiple. You want to have like that one travel palette that has all the colors, but you want it very small. So let me show you what I found. I found this. This is about 3 by 3. This is a 3 by 3 eyeshadow, and it's very slim, and it actually gives you 18. So you have 18 options here, and these options range from very light to very dark. And trust me, whatever color you're wearing, you can darn sure get whatever color you need out of here. And I love this because it has my browns, my neutrals, it has my metallics, it has it where I can do a smoky eye, it has my mauves, my purples, my warm oranges and corals, my browns. It has all of that on here. And this one is actually called Smoke and Mirrors, and it's the Pink Obsession palette, basically. And guess where I got this, y'all? At Five Below. That's all I'm saying. Five Below. But this is the name of it, so you may be able to get it from someplace else, but that's where I got it. All right, so now let's talk about protection. So sunscreen, always carry sunscreen. Doesn't matter what size bottle you get, because it all depends on how big your body is, how much you're going to need, and how many people are using it. Okay. I always say you can never carry enough sunscreen. If you carry any big bottle, that would be the one big bottle I would say to carry. Okay. what I have found is ponchos. So if you're going someplace and you know that it's more likely to rain, instead of you carrying a heavy umbrella, they have disposable ponchos. And these come in packs of, how many did I get? How many came in here? I think it was like 10 of them in the pack. And through Amazon, I'll put the link down in the description. But you get like 10 in the bag, 10 of these. And these actually fit you almost like a full raincoat. This is a disposable rain poncho. Now you can take it and it's thick enough. You can, I mean, once you wear it, it's not like you have to throw it away. But you can fold it back up and use it again. But just so you know, if you don't feel like carrying it with you, you're not losing that much money. You can throw it away. These are disposable rain ponchos. Amazon. All right, let's get into technology. So these are the last few things that I have for you in terms of packing less. Okay, but serving its purpose. So let's talk about technology. So if you go to a resort and stuff, or even if you go on a cruise ship, or you travel anywhere, you want to make sure you have your converters, right? But most converter kits are very big and bulky, and they have all the different attachments and so forth. But you can just buy this. This is one piece. And what it does is it has on the side what type of, when you push it out, it shows you what the actual connector is. So here is where, if you plug it in, you plug in your stuff here, and in the back it converts. So for instance, when I pull this one out, this one gives you, this is ours. This is the United States. This is the regular outlet here. Okay. Then you push it in to go back in. Then you push out the other one, and it gives you that one there. I don't know what this one is called, but basically it's just like two prongs, but they flapped out this way. All right. And then you have your other one, which I think is the European one. To me, it looks like it actually looks like the one where you plug in the stove, but that's what this one looks like. I don't know the name of the countries for it. And then you have this one. This one is the one with the two little circles, prongs at the top. Okay. And so, because usually, especially on a cruise ship and sometimes at resorts, they will have an outlet that is a converted outlet. And what you can do is you can actually gain an extra outlet if you bring one of these. You choose the selected one that you can plug in there, and you can still use it as a US on this side. Okay. And not only does it have this outlet, but it also has USBs at the bottom. So you get in a 2-for-1. You get in the main outlet that you can also plug in additional, and you got 2 USBs down below. Okay. And this, you plug this in, and this has 4 options for you: 2 USBs and 2 USCs. Usually when I travel, depending on where I'm going, I'll carry one of these and one of these, because with this, I can plug this into here. I have those 2. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2 USCs. So this gives me 6 options already. Okay. Or you can just bring 2 of these. Okay. And these you can get off of Amazon as well. And these are fast charges. And then for the menopausal ladies, now I've seen some of you all bring your fans to hang around your neck, and the ones you got attached to your wrist, and you got this big thing that you're holding in your hand, and this big fan hanging around your neck. Well, guess what? Well, this one actually works with your phone. Because guess what? We're all carrying our phones anyway, right? So, hold on one second. Let me get my phone. So it comes with two pieces. You have your fan, and then you have the part that you connect to your fan. So you see a little peg here. You want to push it into the fan. So basically you want to put your fan together. All right, there you go. Now this has two prongs. This has a USB, and it also has your lightning one, which is like the old iPhones, okay? And so what you do is, if you use it with the iPhone, what you do is you can connect it this way. So you just have this sticking out, okay? That's the lightning one. And since the only phone I have that has a lightning connecting is the one at work. And if I'm on vacation, I'm not bringing that phone. So usually I end up tearing this part off and just having just the USB. But let me show you what happens when you plug it in. You plug it in just like as if you're charging something. And look, there you go. See? And the fan is just enough. It's not going to be blowing you like Beyonce, but it blows you enough to keep you nice and cool. And this has come in very handy. And no, it does not bring down your battery like that, just so you'll know. And if you happen to have some like a charger that has an option for you to plug something else in it while it's charging, you can actually plug this in and it'll still work, just so you'll know. And these actually come in packs, like a batch, basically. I believe you can get like 7 of them or 12 of them for like $6, or 7 of them for like $3. But yeah, they come in all different colors. They come in pink, blue, green, white, black, yellow, purple, come all kinds of colors, but you get these off of Amazon as well. However, that is all that I have for you this evening. Thank you so much for sitting with me and listening to these tips. Hopefully, some of these tips you will find helpful. Oh, one more thing, disposable washcloths. Those are also optional, because there are some international countries that you may go to that they don't believe in washcloths. They don't. I can't wash my tail with my hand. That's all. I'm not washing my tail with my hand, but I need a washcloth. So they have disposable washcloths. They're very small, very tiny and skinny. But what you do is they're very thick. What you do is when you put it looked like a little tiny soap, and you put it up under hot water and you literally wash up with it. You wash your whole body like a regular washcloth, wash your face, everything. And it's thick enough to where if you need to use it again, you can use it again. Like, let's just say you wash your face and you just want to use it as your face cloth for 2 days because you just washed your face. Okay, well, you make sure you wash your washcloth when you're done, and then you hang it up, you let it dry, and then later on in the day, you want to use it to wash your face, you can. And when you're done, put it in the trash. And they usually come in packs. They're handy, very handy disposable washcloths. We took them when we traveled to the Mediterranean. We were on a very long flight. It was going to be overnight. We was going to be on there for about 10 to 11 hours. And so we made sure we bought our little disposable toothbrushes and stuff so our breath could be fresh when we get off the plane, and the disposable washcloths to wash our face and things of that nature. So just to, brighten up your face so you can get through instead of looking like, you just woke up in the morning. So with that said, hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit that like button. And if you like to see more content such as this, please hit that subscribe button. And in the meantime, if you can, share me out. And also, before you leave, put a comment put something in the comment in reference to some other packing tips. What are some of your packing tips What are some of your packing tips to pack more with less? Let everybody else know. Let's share this information. Hopefully, no more baggage fees, and you'll be able to pack with a much, much smarter size bag. I will see you later. Thank you. Next time.